Hi, this is Kevin from Naples, Florida, and today we're going to go over how to replace some hubs and bearings on your boat trailer so you're ready to go down the road. Okay, we got 4 on this trailer. We've already done 3. This is what the new one's going to look like, all nice and shiny, and this is what the old one looks like. The way you check these, if you can shake this tire and you have much free movement, I don't have too much in this one, but I have some, but the other 3 had a lot. Anyway, if you can shake this tire and it moves back and forth that way, depending on how far it goes back and forth, it means your hubs are ready to be replaced. And in the kit, you're going to get new nuts, which is nice to have. You're going to get new dust cap. And this kit here that I have, it's ready to go. It's a C choice. Okay, it's about $90 or $100, and it has in it your new dust cap, new nuts for your lugs, and it has a pre-greased bearings already in hub. So there's nothing to it. You don't have to carry grease and all these tools and stuff on the side of the road. Just one hub, and these extra parts is all you're going to need just to go ahead and do one hub. Okay, first thing you're going to do is take this wheel off. So if you have an impact wrench, it's really easy. Otherwise, using a big bar is going to be a little bit harder. But I have a video on my DeWalt impact wrench. We keep one of these in the truck. This is going to make your life a lot easier for taking off lug nuts. Okay, so you can get the screwdriver in there. You just knock it with this hammer a little bit back to try to get you an eighth or less, so you can get a screwdriver in there. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and hit that screwdriver in behind that cap. We're going to go all the way around and pry it off. Okay, about the most time-consuming part of this whole project will be getting this old cotter pin out. There's a cotter pin that's in there, and basically you got to flatten out, straighten out the ends that were bent over. Okay, get some needle nose or some type of tool, and the ones that were bent over, the end that's bent over, straighten them out, make them just as straight as possible so they will slide out the other end. Okay, so we're going to beat that end that you straighten out with a hammer till they're down, and then you got to pry the other side out. Use some needle nose or some sort of a hook tool or something. It won't be that easy. Sometimes I stick a flat screwdriver in there and hit it with a hammer, but you got to be able to get that cotter pin out of there. And there you go. Okay, if you just want to put a screwdriver on there and tap it a few times, get that nut spinning, that nut's going to have to come all the way off. You can do it with your fingers after it gets loose. All right, once you get that nut off, you're just going to start wiggling and pulling on this, and that should come right off like that. All right, you got to pull this red plastic cover off and just discard that. It will come pre-greased, all ready to go. All you got to do is slide it on there. Okay, just going to shove it right on there, and you should be all sealed up, ready to go. All right, you want to put a thumb on each side when you're shoving that on, so it each side of the bearings on the inside. Otherwise, them bearings may try to shove out. So you'll put a thumb on the left, thumb on the right, over the bearings inside of there and shove the whole hub on like that. If they do pop out, just shove them back in with your thumbs. Okay, you're just going to spin that on until it's hand tight, and then you take your pipe wrench or channel locks or whatever, and you can tighten it up just a little bit more. And by the way, you put it on there as far as it'll go, as tight as it'll get, and then you'll back it off about a quarter of a turn or so. Okay, another way you can do this, just a screwdriver and a hammer, you can just put it on just like that. Okay, now you're going to make sure that it spins freely like that. It'll be a little bit of resistance, but it'll spin. Now you're going to get your cotter pin out, and you're going to hammer that thing in until it comes out the other side. And then you're going to bend those over where it came out. Okay, so get your tabs bent over, and just like this. One goes one way and one goes the other. And we're going to put the dust cap on. All right, you're gonna get that on, you're gonna hit it with a rubber hammer, but you gotta hit it equally on all sides or it's gonna pop back off on you. So it helps putting this dust cap on. If you put a thin layer of grease all the way around that, it should slide on a little bit easier. Okay, now you're gonna hook up your grease gun. And by the way, I got a video on this grease gun if you wanna check that out. But hook it up to there and start pumping until it comes out the overflow. It'll start filling up this cap and then you'll know that you're full. Okay, it's starting to come out, so we're going to disconnect the gun. We're going to put the little rubber boot on. Okay, now this is just a precaution. If you put a little bit of grease on this face of this thing, it'll help it not to seize on the wheel. If you waited many years, you didn't take the wheel off, it could seize up and stick to that. So you put a little bit of grease on there, that'll help from that happening in the future. Okay, now we're going to put our tire wheel back on. The impact wrench, always alternate one side to the other. That way the wheel will go on equal. Okay, so there you go. That's how you do that. Now, I always keep an extra one of these kits on hand. I like these kits because you don't have to put the bearings in them. Everything's ready to go. They're made by C-Choice. You can find them anywhere. And the other kind, you have to buy the bearings and you have to buy the hub. So you may not need a new hub, you may just need bearings, but the thing about it is if you're stuck on the side of the road, you may not have the bearings, you may not have a can of grease and rags and tools and all this stuff. So it's better, I think, just to spend $100 and have the kit ready to go, hub and bearings. And if your hub did get injured from your flat tire, or your wheel spinning around, you already have a new hub. So I definitely recommend that. That's the way to go. And keep one of those on hand so you don't get surprised on the side of the road. Now, some trailers have brakes and some do not have brakes, but it's pretty much going to be the same thing. The ones with brakes are a little bit more heavy duty. It may cost you a little bit more money, but this trailer doesn't have brakes, so it's relatively inexpensive to go ahead and pick up this hub. We get ours at Sunshine Ace Hardware, but I'm sure you could find them on Amazon or in any boating store or something like that. But I like the C-Choice. We've always used these. We've been in the charter boat business for 28 years now, and we've always used these C-Choice we find at our local hardware store. So there you have it. That's how we replace the hubs on these trailers. I also got other videos on other trailers for replacing hubs and greasing axles. So grease guns, and be sure to check out all those videos. And if you like it, hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, we're going to have a lot more videos coming out.